You are in a new relationship that feels like a dream come true. Excitement and butterflies are there. You can't take a smile off your face, and you are telling everyone how perfect your partner is. You are imagining a bright future with this person, but here is the truth. This relationship will likely fail.
The world seems to shine bright during the initial rush of a new relationship, the thrill of discovering one another, the blend of anticipation and excitement makes everything else kind of fade into the background. This phase, often called the honeymoon phase, is characterized by strong emotion and idealization. It's time where the quirks and differences that might later become points of contention seem trivial or even charming. It is as if we have these pink glasses on our eyes and observe everything related to the partner and the relationship through them.
There were times in my past when I even caught myself imagining parts that were not true, but because of these strong feelings, I somehow managed to convince myself it was, even though I had little to no evidence. However, beneath the surface of this euphoria, specific early signs can suggest whether a relationship has the foundation to endure the test of time or if it's likely to break down as the initial shine is gone. Recognizing these early signs requires a keen eye and the willingness to see beyond the initial excitement to consider long-term compatibility.
Before we start with these signs, it's important to mention also that we always need to keep an eye out for big warning signs. We are talking here about stuff like any kind of abuse, whether it's physical, emotional, or verbal, disrespect, or problems with drugs and alcohol. These are big red flags that you shouldn't ignore. They are the clear signs that you need to take care of yourself and maybe get out of that situation fast to stay safe and healthy.
But apart from these big issues, there are also smaller, sneakier signs that might not scream for attention but are super important. These aren't the things that hit you over the heads. They are more like whispers of trouble that might be waiting down the line. These things can slip unnoticed when you are all caught up in how great everything feels at the beginning. Paying attention to these quieter signs means you must really look at your relationship and consider where it's heading. So let's check what the signs are that we are talking about.
First one is inconsistent behavior. Imagine this, one day your phone is buzzing with messages from them making you feel like the center of the world. But then suddenly it's like you've been ghosted. Texts go unanswered, plans are dodged, and you're left wondering if you've said something or you've done something wrong. This hot and cold treatment can be a major stress factor and often indicates a lack of genuine commitment. It's as if they're keeping you on the string, pulling you close when it suits them, and then pushing you away when it suits them. This inconsistency isn't just about not replying to texts or missing meetups. It's a sign that they might not see the relationship with the same seriousness you do. True investment in a relationship means showing up, both physically and emotionally, not just when it's convenient.
The second sign is one-sided efforts. You are always the initiator, planning outings, sending good morning texts, and keeping the conversation going. It feels like you are putting your all into making this relationship work, but the effort isn't reciprocated. It is not just about feeling unappreciated, it's the growing realization that the balance is off. Relationships require efforts from both sides to thrive. So if you find yourself constantly reaching out, making plans, and trying to keep the spark alive while they seem passive and indifferent, it's a clear indicator of a one-sided dynamic. Such imbalance can drain your energy and affect your self-esteem, making you question your worth, and it is a clear sign that you are better off investing your energy somewhere else.
Next one is something we call romantic pull dominance. It's thrilling when someone makes your heart race, but if the only thing keeping you together is physical attraction, you might soon find the spark isn't enough to sustain a lasting relationship. It's kind of trying to build a house on the foundation made of sand. It might stand up for a little while, but without something stronger underneath, it's eventually going to crumble. Lasting relationships need more than just attraction. They are built on those deep, meaningful connections that go way beyond just looking good together. They are built on having shared values, compatible life goals, and a deep sense of friendship.
And sign number 4, being unable to be authentic. If you are feeling like you can't be your true self around them, constantly worrying about their judgment or disapproval, it's like wearing a mask 24/7. We truly believe that to be you is to be free. So imagine how sad it must be to always have to pretend. A real partner should make you feel comfortable in your own skin, not to make you feel like you have to hide parts of yourself. If you are editing your words or actions, you have to ask yourself if this relationship is truly right for you.
Sign number 5 is lack of depth. If every attempt to dive into meaningful discussions with a partner about dreams, fears, or beliefs ends up being sidestepped, you've gotta wonder why. A relationship is like a tree. For it to grow strong and healthy, it needs roots, and those roots come from truly knowing and understanding each other. If they are not willing to open up, it's hard to get to this point. It is unfortunately a common problem in today's society to live this shallow life, going after career, money, and social status without ever stopping to understand who you truly are. And if you meet such a person, it might feel good at the beginning as they tend to be usually well situated and tend to have compensated their lack of emotional availability by great set of social skills. This kind of person might never show you their vulnerable side, eventually making you feel distant and kind of alienated.
Sign number 6 is lack of true interest in getting to know you. It feels pretty lonely if you are sharing parts of your life and the person you are with doesn't seem to care much beyond their own experiences. A conversation is a two-way street, but if they are only driving down their own lane, it is hard to meet in the middle. Being with someone in the early stages of relationships should be a mutual exploration where both people are genuinely interested in learning about each other. One of the points I had my eyes open to in the beginning of my past relationships was the level of interest in me that they expressed. Do they always ask questions about myself? Are they really trying to know me better? Are they really listening to me? Do they ask follow-ups or quickly turn the conversation back to themselves?
Number 7, keeping you away from their life. When they keep you away from other aspects of their life, don't make joint plans for the future or hesitate with scheduling a long-distance trip you might have been talking about, it's a red flag. It's as if they're keeping you in a bubble, separated from the rest of the world. You must wonder, are they hiding something? Or perhaps they're not taking the relationship seriously enough. In a healthy way, both partners are eager to share their lives, not just the easy or convenient parts. Feeling excluded or as if you are a secondary part of their life, not a priority, can be both harmful and indicative of a lack of commitment. It's essential for both people in a relationship to want to share their worlds with each other.
And sign number 8, poor treatment of others. When in a new relationship, I found it extremely helpful to observe my partner's treatment of others. Watching how they treat others can give you insight into their true character. From the server in the restaurant, the cleaning lady at the hotel, to the co-workers, parents, or relatives. All of these interactions give you plenty of information you might have been blind due to the excitement of a new relationship. If they are mean or rude to those around them, it's a sign that the nice facades they put up for you might not last. Over time, this behavior is likely to be directed at you too. How someone treats others that he or she has nothing to gain from is a reflection of their true self. Paying attention to these signs doesn't mean you have to call it quits immediately, but it's important to not brush them under the rug. Addressing these issues early on can save you a lot of disappointments down the road. Now, if you want to find out what are the biggest relationship mistakes and how to avoid them, click the link that is showing up here on the screen and download our free PDF guides.